All right, you guys, welcome. This is Dr. Campbell. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. This is an opportunity call that's going to be hosted by a Pro 9 or a Pro 10, and this is done for the prospects. We're doing this call for the new people, for the people that are taking a look at LifeVantage. And so let me start with just a little story. I was a chiropractor. I was not a network marketer. In fact, this is my first real effort at doing network marketing. I practiced chiropractic for 17 years with my wife in Parker, Colorado. We were very successful. We loved chiropractic. I raised my family there. My wife and I were making $30,000 a month in chiropractic when this opportunity came before us. And we decided to do it simply based on the science because of the product and the science of that product. My wife and I decided to get involved with this, having never done network marketing before. Once we did get involved and plug into the system and do what we were told, we were able to have an unimaginable success, more of this that we couldn't even picture. What had happened to us over the course of the next few months, we couldn't even picture that. It could never have happened. Imagine that in our wildest dreams, all because we have an awesome product, a great opportunity, and a system that will turn the average person, whether they be a network marketer or whether they be a chiropractor, an attorney, a plumber, a carpenter, it doesn't matter, you name it, a stay-at-home mom, you can find wild success here. We're doing this call, it's going to be 8 to 10 minutes because we quite simply just don't have enough time. We don't have any more time. And so let me tell you guys a little bit about this and why it's so urgent that you're on this call, why it's so honestly just a stroke of luck that you even heard about it, and what you can do about it if you decide you want to do this with us. First off, the product is what led me here. I always start with that, even though it's not the most important thing as far as the opportunity goes by a long shot. We have what I consider to be the most important supplement a human can take, period, and we can prove it, and that's the thing I like about it. We can prove it. We don't have to go out and tell romanticized stories about how our berry was grown on the moon or our mineral was mined out of a cavern in Nicaragua. We have the most important supplement a human can take, so you don't have to be an expert. All you have to do is point people to PubMed.gov. We have one of the 4 magic pills. We have the only supplement right now with peer-reviewed research showing it will slow the aging process in your cells. And I have a newsflash where you guys are just a bunch of cells. With that product appeals to the masses. Everybody that I know personally wants to age slower. They want to age better. Every single person I know wants that. This is the only product in the world. Just don't misunderstand me here. I'm going to be even more blunt. There is no other product, no matter how funny their story is, no matter how romanticized their story is, no matter how fantastical their story is, there is no other product in the world today with even one peer-reviewed piece of research. We've got 16 here at LifeVantage. Our product is called Protandim, and you can do the research yourself, but it is the only product in the world a human being can take that will actually slow the rate at which they age down. Now, I'm going to tell you, when I heard that for the first time, I did my own research. When I heard it for the first time, I decided 2 things. First off, that is a product I will take for the rest of my life. Second off, I think I could make a fortune with a product like that because everybody I know wants to age better. I'm going to tell you, to be completely honest with you, my entrepreneurial brain took over. The second I heard that, I thought, oh my gosh, if that's real, I can make a fortune with that pill. I can make a fortune with it, and I have. Okay? That's the end of the product part of this call. We have also True Science Anti-Aging Regimen. It works like Protandim on the skin. People will do more to look good than feel good. Protandim will slow the rate at which they age from the inside out. True Science can slow that on the outside. People, like I said, are crazy about how they look, especially their face. Try it one time. You'll know it's different. It is an excellent anchor product for a brand new network marketing company. We've got both of those already. Product-wise, you guys, this is the strongest company, in my opinion, in all of network marketing. I don't even think there's a close second. I think there's a whole bunch of distant seconds and thirds. There's nobody that can touch what we've got right now, which is why we're the most exciting opportunity out there. Okay? So the second thing, maybe the most important part of this whole thing is this opportunity, you guys. There's a couple of things I think that are really important that you need to know. We have a great story. This company has an awesome, awesome story to tell, and this is a storytelling business, but not all the stories get better, you guys. We have a great product. We have the best comp plan in all of the industry. Go take a look at the earnings statement. It's on the line. You can go to www.lifevantage.com, and you can see what the average distributor earns in LifeVantage. I'm not even going to talk so much about that. what I want to talk to you guys about is the one thing that no other company until now has been able to put in front of you, the person who is sitting on this call. I want you to think for a second about the timing and the trends of this deal right now. More than any other time in the history of this country, there is a little anxiety about health care. I'm not saying it one way or the other. I'm just saying we don't know exactly how this is going to work. And polls have shown that Americans are more worried now than they ever have been about simply staying away from the doctor. It costs a lot of money. You don't know how this is all going to work out. People are more concerned now about being and living healthy lifestyles than they have at any time in our history. You couple that with the fact, this is something you can look up as well, that at no time in the history of this country has there been, by percentage or by sheer numbers, more unemployed people. There are more unemployed people in the United States of America right now than there have ever been, period. That is not something you can even argue. You just got to do the research, okay? Couple that with the fact that the average American right now is only making $48,000, actually down from 2.5 years ago. $48,000. And what you have is a trend. You guys have a whole bunch of people that are looking for an answer. And the answer is simply network marketing and LifeVantage, in my opinion. There has never been an opportunity like this, in my opinion, in the history of network marketing. I know that's a bold statement. There are a lot of big companies out there. You know, there are the Amways that are doing billions of dollars, and some of the other companies like Herbalife and Melaleuca that are doing billions of dollars, Nu Skin doing billions of dollars. Nobody's ever had what we have. Nobody's ever had no competition, ever. These companies launched well before the information age, you guys. We have the Internet now, the exchange of information freely. We have systems in place that allow the average person to contact more people than have ever been allowed before, that have ever been capable before. You throw that all into the pie, into this cake, with the fact that this company is brand new. Most of you on this call, if you're not a distributor, if you're a prospect, have never heard of this company. We're just too new. We're at the very beginning of this. So I want to take you guys back to the future for just a second. I want you to think about having the ability to go back in time. What would you change? If you could go back and invest with Bill Gates, would you do it? Of course you would. Hindsight's 20/20, though. Could you go back in time and have been the first 5 or 10 or 20 or 30,000 or 100,000 distributor in Amway? I'm telling you, if you'd have been the first million distributors in Amway, you'd still be in the top 7% of that company. That's how many distributors they've got. Financially, you would be a fool to not take the opportunity to go back in time and join Nu Skin in the beginning, or any of those other companies, Melaleuca. You'd be a fool financially. Those were opportunities lost. Now, the opportunity didn't miss you. You just missed the opportunity. This is an opportunity to get into a company that I think we can prove is on track to be bigger than any one of those other companies. This is the next big thing, LifeVantage. We will be bigger than any one of those other companies. I absolutely guarantee it. If you take a look at what we've got going on here, you will agree. But the only part of the story that does not get better with time is strictly time. See, here's the deal. We're going to be doing these calls. We've got opportunity meetings. We've got webinars. We've got lots of ways of exposing this to the masses, and they will hear it. We're going to do another one of these calls in 2 or 3 hours, and more people will join this company. If you decide not to do it, they will not be in your group. You will not be benefiting from them. And so if you're a prospect on this phone, you've got a tough decision you have to make. You do not have to do this with us if you don't want to. You absolutely do not have to do it. You have a choice. You can either do it with us or you can miss it again. You can miss another one of these again. But if you decide to do it with us, we're going to give you the opportunity to gather some of your family and friends and get them on the next call and let a Pro 9 or a Pro 10 tell them a little bit about this. Give them just enough. You guys, I could go on for 45 minutes and spend the next 45 minutes telling you guys about why this is the most important supplement a human could take and why this opportunity might be the best opportunity that you, I don't know who's on the other end of this phone, but you sitting wherever you're sitting might have in your lifetime to create the kind of generational wealth that we all dream about. My wife and I have certainly done it. I'm going to tell you another story. My son, 29 years old, living in Kansas City, 26 years old, living in Kansas City, Missouri. He had just moved there. He was in chiropractic school. Not only did he not have any credibility, he had no friends. He had never done network marketing before in his life. He decided to join this company with us, and because he was coachable and worked his guts out, he is now the rank of Pro 9, making almost more money in a month than the average American makes in a year. at 29 years old. You guys, I'm going to tell you just another story. There's a kid named Clinton Boyles that my son introduced this opportunity to, who was an unemployed underground miner living in his mother-in-law's basement. Now, I want you to think about that for just a second. I want you to think about how much fun it would be to be married and have a whole gaggle of kids and to be living in your mother-in-law's basement unemployed. I bet you that was a pretty uncomfortable situation. But because that kid had a ton of heart, and because that kid was coachable, and because he would not take no for an answer, he is also a Pro 9. And there's going to be another one of these calls that you're going to have the opportunity to jump onto, and you're going to have the opportunity to bring people onto. And it's going to happen in a couple of hours. In fact, it's going to have the exact same number that you're on right now. It gives you just a little bit of time to decide whether or not you want to do this or whether you want to miss it. And then if you decide you want to do it, you need to get with the person who put you on this call and get yourself in the computer, become a distributor. This is not an opportunity for you to see how this is going to work. This is an opportunity for you to do what most people don't do. Most people start businesses. We're here to launch a business. And there's a humongous difference. So you have the opportunity now. Get yourself in the computer, get yourself in a distributor number, and with that number you will be able to enroll people. And so you can go, with our help, put people on that next phone call, and launch your business. One of the reasons we're doing these every two to 2.5 hours is because urgency matters. Time matters. Next month, it's going to be 1 month harder than it is today to build this business. Right now, nobody knows about this, but in 10 years, that will not be the case. You don't have a whole bunch of time to get on the phone and explain NRF2 and Protandem and True Science because, first of all, you don't know any of that stuff. Okay? What you have is enough time to get on the phone and say, hey, your friends, you've got to check out this phone call. You need to get on this phone call and tell me what you think. What's it about? I don't know. I just found out about it an hour or two ago, but it's awfully exciting. You need to get on there and tell me what you think. You can't tell them anything if they ask you. Okay? It's a no-brainer as far as I was concerned. And it's changed my wife's and I's lives, the lives of our children, the lives of our friends. So that's pretty much the gist of this entire phone call. I took a little bit extra time because I wanted to explain. The future calls will take 8 to 10 minutes. But let me just reiterate what you guys have here. You guys now know something in America that nobody else knows. None of your family and friends know this. You know it because of sheer dumb, blind, stupid luck. Somebody told you about it. You didn't see it on a commercial or a billboard or heard it on a radio spot. You know it because somebody told you about it. This next phone call is going to be done for people that you tell about this. Those people, there will be people in that group that join the business. If you do not do this with us, they will not join your business. The only way you're going to profit from this, the only way that you're going to benefit from this is you call the person who got you on this phone call, you get yourself enrolled, and then you invite like crazy to the next phone call. The line will only hold 1,000 spots. I didn't hear what this one was, but I know the first one we launched had 1,250 people on it. Okay? So you need to get your people, and you need to tell them to get on this call early. Log on 2 or 3 minutes early to make sure they get a chance to hear it because there will be people who don't get to get on because they waited too long, and that's the way life is. Okay? So listen, if you want to do this with us, get with the person who got you on here, get yourself in the computer, and get your help, with the person who got you on here to help you invite people on the next call. If you don't want to do this, then you can just go back to your life and your job, and we wish the best for you. Okay? Thanks for being on this call, you guys. It is officially over. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye for now.